Happy Wednesday, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Look at some people already on here. Happy Wednesday. Happy May 1st. I think this is like May Day, right? May Day. May Day, May Day. Happy Wednesday, you guys. I'm on here, you know me, a few minutes early to make sure everything is working and sounding correctly. Can y'all hear me? If you're on here, you got to let me know if you can hear me or see me. If you are on here early, you work as the setup crew to let me know that audio and visual is working correctly, you guys. So let me know if you can hear me, see me clearly. It is Wednesday, y'all. I'm tired. I've been working out every day, you guys. I've been trying, not well, working out means walking. So I'm trying to do better for May. That is the goal for May, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Are y'all setting any goals? Y'all got any goals for May? Are y'all goal people? I'm like a goal person, but I get everybody is not a goal person, but I am, right? I'm always setting goals like at the beginning of the month, in the beginning of the year, things like that. So let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. And of course, let me know where you're from because I want to know where you're from. I'm on here a little early. I did my letters for today. You guys, I've got them done. May 1st, a new list came out. Well, our notices go out on Wednesdays here, the majority of them. Your goal is to be a goal person. Look, every day is a new day, right? Look, one foot in front of the other, loud and clear. Thank you, you guys. You know, we're all just doing the best we can do. You know, I don't think April, I didn't write down my goals. I kind of looked at the numbers before them, but I didn't write them down. I said, May, I'm going to write down goals. I have more health goals. Like, y'all, my coffee is ridiculously sweet. So I'm cutting back on the sugar. If you saw my Instagram stories, I am cutting back on sugar because I know sugar's not healthy for you, right? And my grandma is 100. So I got longevity in my life, right? So I just got to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do, right? Goal person to the heart. Current goal 100K in 5 months. That's what I'm talking about, Nick. That's what I'm talking about. Your first live. Welcome, Sonia and Sebastian's Adventures. Welcome. Don't tell me the screen is frozen. No. Now I'm back. Y'all look. Let me make sure everything is working. Everything is turned. Okay. I'm back. I hope it's your no shade, neck, hammock, and other must-haves. I hope it's your computer that's freezing and not mine, right? Y'all let me know. Blink if everything is working correctly. Blink if you can see me. Yes, I know. So I'm cutting back on the sugar. Today I had like some salmon. I had some fruit. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Neck, hammock, and other must-haves. It's your Wi-Fi tonight. You know, sometimes it's my Wi-Fi, but tonight it's yours. Good. Y'all are blinking. Okay. New York, New York, New York. Did you see what I just posted in New York? That the guy, like one of the biggest foreclosures in history is happening in New York. Good now. Okay, good. We got 2 minutes. Look, we can just do a little looky look real quick, you guys, while we're on here. And then I'll do my introduction. Y'all know how this works. But look at this article that just came out. I posted it on YouTube. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Share screen. And then I'll do an introduction for the people who were new here. Can y'all see that? Look at that. Oh, no, that's not even the right article. But New York commercial loans default surge 400%. That's not even the article, but I found that article too. But that's not the one I wanted to share with y'all, honestly. It was, where's the article that I just had, you guys? New York foreclosure. I just shared I don't know. I'm gonna have to find it. I thought I saved it. I'll find it, you guys, but I just posted it on one of the biggest foreclosures right now. It's on let me come back to the screen so I can see y'all. Cancel. Okay. Blink. I'm excited. Yes, Cyber. You should get a car. That's huge, right? They don't. Right. It's 8 o'clock. Let me do the intro, you guys, and then we can jump into the tonight because we'll talk about. I think we're going to talk about some auctions. I get a lot of auction questions, and I know I talk about like foreclosures and my opinions, but I will talk about auctions tonight, and we can go over some like articles that are in the news right now. So really quickly, if you're new here, Sonia and Sebastian's Adventures, welcome. I'm Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys. In Memphis, Tennessee, right? I have been in real estate since 2006. This is my 18th year as a licensed real estate agent. I've been an agent, I've been a real estate broker over a firm, and I am also an auctioneer, you guys. I am that person that says going once, going twice, sold. That is me. I do not talk super fast. I talk faster than some other auctioneers, though. I noticed that. But I auction off properties at the courthouse. So I'm usually here in Shelby County, Memphis, in Mississippi. Sometimes I'm in Nashville, just in the southwestern area is where I am auctioning off properties at the courthouse. And I have started making videos about auctions and everything, that how you buy a house at an auction. That is still my number one video. How to buy a house at the auction is my number one video that I made back in 2020. And, I've just been talking about auctions, and I made a course, and I try to share as much information as I can with everybody about auctions because y'all really don't know about auctions. Honestly, most people just have no idea. Most people just know that they or have heard that they auction off properties at the courthouse, but most people cannot tell you when, where, how, what property, what time, how do you pay. Y'all don't know any of it. Most people don't know that information. So I just started sharing that information, and here we are, and we've got our own little community here, right? So let's jump in. We're going to talk about auctions. Can you go over pre-foreclosure after time? Sure, we can talk about that. You were watching 99 Homes. It always makes me want to cry. So, okay, so Kate, let's catch up with everybody. 99 Homes. I have 3 movie recommendations. The Big Short, which is everybody's seen The Big Short. 99 Homes. That's another really good movie, but y'all know what I always say. It's got a lot of profanity. A lot of profanity. So if you don't use profanity, or just don't watch it around your kids, because they use like the F word, like they use the F word a lot. So and The Inside Job. The Inside Job is my other third movie recommendation. If you did not know, I'm kind of obsessed with the last housing crash, right? So I try to learn as much as I can about it in all the movies and all the documentaries and everything. So yes, I'm a mama, y'all. I can't watch everything. You got to wait till they go to school or they go to bed. You know what I mean? So 99 Homes has a lot of profanity in it. So those are my movie recommendations. If you are interested in like the real estate market, the last crash, boom. And you still don't understand, because I don't feel like most real estate agents can explain what happened in the last housing crash. Most people really have no knowledge of how even our real estate market works, honestly. You know what I mean? I always say that. Like most agents just sure. Most agents. So the 3 movies are The Big Short. The Big Short. Look, here we go, you guys. I got y'all. Let's just do some visuals. You know what I mean? Some people are more visual learners. I get it. Let me share the screen real quick. So hold on. Let me find the screen. Boom. Here we go. So movie recommendation number 1 is The Big Short. It's super popular. It's about how the last housing market crashed. Boom. And what led up to it, right? I've got it on DVD. Don't say anything. Yes, I have it on DVD. That's how long I have had the movie. Okay. So The Big Short is the first one. Then 99 Homes is the next movie. This is the one that's got a whole lot of profanity in it. So if you got little kids, don't watch it around them unless you want them to learn some new vocabulary words. Okay. So, it's blank. Hold on. It's a lag. Hold on. It's a lag. Let me know when y'all can see my screen. Hold on. Y'all know how my screen gets sometimes. I just move too quick for it. I'm going to pause. Okay, it's good. Is it on 99 Homes? 99 Homes? Okay, good, 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 good. Cool. I forget, y'all. You have to remind me there's a lag. I forget. I forget. Okay. So 99 Homes, really good movie, lots of profanity. Don't watch it around your kids, but it's a good movie. Okay. Um, I try to watch it every once in a while. It makes my blood pressure go up kind of high. I don't like the feeling of my blood pressure being high, so I can't watch it that often. Okay. So this first one, The Big Short. The Big Short is like huge, y'all. The Big Short, well, I mean, I'm in real estate, so maybe it wasn't huge. Maybe it was just huge to me. But I feel like everybody's seen like The Wolf of Wall Street, right? The Big Short, I thought it was like a big real estate movie too. It was on Netflix. It's a 30-second. Thanks, you guys. Um, yeah, The Big Short was on Netflix like a while ago. I don't know if it's still on there now, but check it out. I didn't pay for it, so try Amazon Prime, try all those other ones. So, um, Jay Jackson, you in Houston, y'all tell me where you're from. I love to know where you're from. You know, I love that. And then I try to think about your foreclosure stats once you tell me what city you're from. So, y'all see Austin? You see Oracle just moved out of Austin and took all those jobs. Are y'all watching Austin's market? Austin used to be so hot, right? Austin was the place to move to, and now Austin is just, I don't know what's going on in Austin. You guys are y'all got to keep your eye on auction. They said that Texas and Florida are going to be like the epicenters of the next crash. San Antonio, everybody's got their eye on San Antonio, Austin, all those right now. And then Florida is always the, mecca of the crashes. Washington, Long Beach, I see you, LBC. South Carolina, y'all stay. What is going on in South Carolina? Spartanburg, Columbia, South Carolina, y'all are on the foreclosure list. Newark, New Jersey, you are like one of the zip codes. I'm like a little walking encyclopedia about foreclosures. Y'all know what an encyclopedia is? I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Um, we don't really have encyclopedias anymore. But when I was growing up, I act like I'm so old. But when I was growing up, we had like the whole set, like on the bookshelf, right? So, right. You know what I mean? We had the whole A through Z encyclopedias. But anyway, I'm not that old, but I'm seasoned. Let's say that I'm seasoned. Denver, Colorado. I'm supposed to be on another training, but I'm here for the auction mama. That's right, Melissa. That's right. Washington, Long Beach. I see you. New Jersey, Charlotte, Sacramento. Y'all still got the collection. I bet they're like antiques. You could probably go to like the Antique Road Show and be like, I got this book of encyclopedias. Alaska. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on in Alaska? Like, what's the real estate market like there? But let me finish the recommendations, you guys. So The Big Short, 99 Homes, and The Inside Job. The Inside. I know it's a lag, so I'll just put it up on the screen so you can. Boom. It's this one with the man standing on the money. That's the third recommendation. The Inside Job. No, it's not the one with Samuel L. Jackson. Somebody asked that. Wrong movie. No, Samuel L. Jackson is not in this movie, you guys. Alaska. Y'all got some oil down there, don't you? When you think of certain states, you always think of Alaska. It's like y'all supposed to have oil. Y'all got the fishing. I always watch the little fishing shows where they go fishing, and it's real dangerous to fish. Y'all know the show I'm talking about. They like, Essex County Sheriff just auctioned off 9 properties to investors on Tuesday. Some properties were tenant occupied and some were vacant. And that's what we can talk about, you guys. We can talk about pre-foreclosures too. So everybody see you're good. Okay, cool. Okay. It's my Wi-Fi just got to warm up. You know what I mean? It's just got to warm up. And then it's right with us, like most of us. We just got to get warmed up a little bit. So, okay, so that's The Inside Job. Those are my 3 movie recommendations. Tell me when you watch them because I love to hear when you watch them. The Inside Job is going to piss you off. I'm just going to let you know. But I think it will teach you some things too about our real estate market and how after you buy a loan, how it's sold to, and you know what I mean. A lot of people don't even know how that works. So Good movies. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, watch them. I love all three of them, actually. Look, Nikki, look, I'm telling you, I told y'all I sent a letter to a homeowner that was in foreclosure, and the renter reached out to me and was like, I knew something was up. And then, but the lady's closing on her home like this week. I think she's closing. The renter is closing on her new home. And the renter got my letter because her landlord was in foreclosure. Right. So, anyway, but the renter ended up buying a house and boom, here we are. But look, Nikki, you just make sure, you just keep your eye every once in a while, Nikki, put your address in Zillow, put your address in PropWire, and make sure it don't show pre-foreclosure. You know what I mean? And then that's just what you do. You just be proactive. You know what I mean? You do what you can do. But if you start seeing a lot of mail coming to your house, certified mail, people start driving by your house real slow, and it's not your garden, and it's not your front yard, and they driving by real slow, put your address in Zillow, PropWire, and put your address in Google and see what comes up. You know what I mean? And see if anything suspicious comes up with your address, is all I'm saying, right? Talking about surplus funds and have it recorded. So a lot of people do something with surplus funds. I'm not sure. Those are the funds I know with tax sales, like the money, the excess money, like the excess funds. I'm not sure I think that's their way of talking to the homeowner, is by letting them know they have excess funds, or if they're in I don't know how that would work though. You know what I mean? Like, what is the strategy behind that? But I know it's some way where they let the people know they have surplus funds. But at that point, if there's surplus funds, their house has already been auctioned off. So it's not like you can get the house, if I'm thinking this through correctly. Because in order to have surplus funds, that means the house already went up for auction and sold at auction to probably the highest bidder. Okay, first of all, everybody, let me rewind. What are surplus funds, everybody? Let me start there. So, if you watch any of my videos, at the end of it, I'm always like, if you're a homeowner behind on your mortgage, request, if it goes up for auction, request your excess funds. I always say that to everybody. Excess funds are, let me give you an example. So, so the opening bid at the auction is usually the loan balance. Whatever is left on that mortgage is the opening bid. Okay. So if you bought your house 15 years ago, you got some equity in your house, right? Most people do. So let's say your loan balance is $200,000. I'll give a real life example because a lady called me in this exact situation. Loan balance is $200,000. But again, you bought like 15 years ago. So now your house is worth, let's say, $500,000, right? Opening bid is $200,000, but the house is really worth $500,000. So a $500,000 house going up for auction for $200,000 is probably going to get bid up, right? That's just what's going to happen. So opening bid is $200,000. It gets bid up to, let's say, $300,000, right? Anything over that 200, once that loan is cleared, that 200,000, that $100,000 difference is their surplus funds. It is their excess funds. The homeowner is due that money. Now, they'll take away, like they'll subtract that loan for 200,000. If there's any liens, if that homeowner got some liens sitting out there, they'll try to pay those liens off with that 100,000. But whatever is left over belongs to the homeowner, and that is their excess funds. So if you work with people who are in foreclosure, remind them, right? If their house go up for auction, they don't want to sell it to you, let them know they can request their excess funds, right? They can go to that trustee, their attorney, and reach out and get any money due to them. So my point is, though, I know real estate investors are using the excess or the surplus funds as a door opener to talk to homeowners, like homeowners in distress. I think, but I don't understand the strategy, because if there's excess funds, the house is already sold, so the investor can't really get the house anyway, right? So it's taxable since the seller didn't sell themselves. I don't know, Nikki. That's a good question. Are accessible tax since the seller didn't sell themselves? I mean, come on, it's the bank, so they probably gonna make you. They probably gonna find some kind of way for you to owe them some money. They gonna take taxes out of it because America gonna be America at the end of the day, right? Any money you get, they gonna try to take some of it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not sure, right? But I'm not sure about that. Or they probably expect you. I don't know, because when you sell a house, but you didn't really sell it, you lost it. You know what I mean? Because when you sell your house, you got to put that on your taxes. Um, that's a good question, Nikki. I don't know. You know what I mean? To get a fee because the people don't know them. Oh, so they're saying like if you pay me, I can get your excess funds for you. Oh, okay. Okay. Because I was like, what is the strategy in that? Like you don't get the house. I'm always thinking you want the house, but I guess you just want any kind of coins. You even as the little coins, you can get it. But okay, that's what I didn't understand. Thank you, Nick Hammond and other must-haves. So that's what excess funds are, surplus funds, the money over whatever is due. You know, the homeowner gets it. So tell your people to tell your people, get your money, go get your coins, because they're not gonna call you and tell you got surplus funds. You better call them and tell them, ask them about it, honestly. So now I was gonna talk about auctions, but y'all want me to talk about pre-foreclosures. Now, what exactly do you want to know about pre-foreclosures? But let me do a little breakdown when it comes to pre-foreclosures. Yes, you are in the right place. You're always in the right place when you're on this channel, right? Um, so I think a lot of confusion when it comes to people in pre-foreclosure, which means that they are behind on their mortgage, right? And maybe the bank has not filed on them, has not, filed that notice of default or notice of sale yet. But a lot of people, like when I post auction properties, a lot of people will reach out to me and say, Ashley, can I reach out to the attorney? Can I reach out? Can I make an offer before they go up for auction? Right? Um, we're all getting our coins ready, Raphael. What's the time difference between being able to short sell and a home going in foreclosure? I'm in a short sale deal right now on a property that's in foreclosure. I think it will depend on the lender, right? If you can get in contact with that lender and let them know you want to initiate a short sale, right? And what I did, I'll tell y'all what I did and I do this all the time. I had a client that kind of liked the house, but it was like, I was like, look, we need to put an offer on this house. You don't have to get it if you don't want to, but I need to put an offer on this house to initiate this short sale. And that's what we did. We put an offer on it, talked to the bank. He's a veteran, so they really trying to work with veterans, y'all. They're not trying to foreclose on veterans right now. So I sent over an offer and I sent over their short sale paperwork with it. And his auction has been postponed anyway because he's a veteran, right? But if he wasn't, I would reach out. So let me show you all something really quickly, just so if you're an agent and hold on. I'll show you exactly. I know it might be a little lag. I'll get to everybody's questions. Don't worry. And this is like a telethon. We just go all night long on this channel. Okay, so just to show you something, this is actually his mortgage company. Information and forms. It might be lagging over there, but don't worry about it. I'm going to show you just a couple of things. Some of the properties I noticed I noticed that. Okay, so in order to initiate a short sale, boom, 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 the homeowner's got to fill out a loss mitigation application. Most of them do. They got to print it out. It's probably somewhere on the site. And boom, this is what I wanted to show y'all so you can see. There. Now I'll slow down. Okay, hold on. Share tab. Boom. There we go. Yes, with the no lag. Come on, strong Wi-Fi. We starting off May with some strong Wi-Fi. That's what I'm talking about. But in order to initiate a short sale, if you did not know, right? An agent has to initiate a short sale, honestly. But usually, if you're in the process of a short sale, that will postpone your auction. That is what I have noticed. So initiate that short sale. I've also noticed if you put a contract on a house, depending on the mortgage company, that will postpone that auction too. I've had that happen plenty of times. Talk to the mortgage company and say, I've got a contract. They'll say, what is the closing date on it? Give them the closing date, and they will postpone that auction until the closing date, usually. Just get directly to the mortgage company. Don't go through the homeowner, or tell the homeowner to conference you in or something like that. That's usually what I do. They conference me in or authorize me to talk to their mortgage company, or put them on, put you on speakerphone so we can all talk, because a lot of these homeowners have lost, I've said this before, lost credibility with the bank. So if they're calling saying they want to sell, the bank is like, stop. You ain't paid in a year. You know, now all of a sudden you want to sell. So that's why, they probably want to talk to a professional. And, that's how it's worked out for me, you guys. Even though Mr. Cooper denied me a couple of weeks ago and auction off that man's house. So just understand, I don't guarantee in foreclosure, do not guarantee anything. You are going to do the best that you can do to help them in their situation, but you cannot guarantee that their house will not go up for auction. Okay, everybody, blink. Blink 2 times, everybody. Do not guarantee anything, right? I give them their options on what they can do, and then I also let them know what happens if it goes up for auction. Request your excess funds. I'll do all that I can do. Boom. I do not teach short sale, but there's like a class through NAR. I know NAR, we ain't really talking about NAR right now, but they have a short sale foreclosure certification. I was going to say certification that you can get. Yeah. And so, but that's what you need. Like if you're going to initiate a short sale, that's usually the typical process. The homeowner has to fill out a hardship, like give a hardship letter, do a loss mitigation application with whatever bank they're with, and then boom, send in all that information, the listing agreement, and things like that. Get your title company to do a HUD, an estimated HUD, because they're trying to see how much money they're going to lose. They're going to come up short. You know what I mean? That's short sale. Everybody's like, short. There's nothing short about a short sale. The only thing short is the bank going to be short on their money. That's what it is, right? So, yes, and neck hammock and other must-haves. Look, I call your whole name. Your whole name. I've learned when you deal with people in foreclosure or pre-foreclosure, I feel like they've gotten so many phone calls from people who want to buy from them, like investors and everything, that I still offer them information. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, is sometimes they don't really want to talk to you, but I'm gonna try my best to talk to you, right? And I always tell them, I'm like, and even if I just want to let you know, because they'll be like, okay, I've already got it handled. I'm gonna do this, blah blah. I'll be like, okay, and just to let you know, if your house does go up for auction, request your excess funds. You are entitled to that money. And then a lot of times they'll be like, oh, okay, she seemed nice. Like she really not trying to just quick close, cash, give me cash, that kind of stuff. I'm really like offering you information that you probably don't know, right? And that makes people trust you more, right? Like I tell people, I teach this in the mentorship, right? I tell people there is a certain point in the foreclosure process where the bank will not take a partial payment from you anymore. So if you talk to homeowners in foreclosure and they say, I've sent them a payment and they sent my payment back to me, once you get so far in foreclosure, they will not take a partial payment from you. They want that entire past due balance, or they want that whole loan paid off, or they're going to send your house to auction. So you can tell that. I think the biggest thing when talking to people in distressed homeowners is showing that you're knowledgeable, right? That's what y'all know me. I lead with love. That is my biggest, that's what I do. I lead with love, right? And I offer assistance. I'm like, I tell people, I'm like, don't be surprised if they send your payment back to you, right? Because you're so far in the foreclosure process that they won't take a partial payment from you. And I'll say, and if you do, you know what I mean? If you don't ever call me back, but just remember, if your house goes up for auction, request your excess funds. And a lot of times people are just like, okay, you seem legit. Come over to the house. And I'm like, and that's what happens. So I advise that I think that's the biggest mistake a lot of investors make when they reach out to people in foreclosure, distressed homeowners. It's that sell, 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 right? And these people are like about to lose their homes, right? Most people don't even understand the foreclosure process, right? If you watch 99 homes, that would scare you to death. If you are in foreclosure, if you were behind on your mortgage, do not watch 99 homes. Like, you're going to think you got to leave in the middle of the night, right? So, but again, that's most people don't know how foreclosure even works, right? Like, your auction day and your move out day is not the same day. And I tell people that the day your house goes up for auction, that's not the day you got to be out of your house, right? People are going to, like, probably that investor is going to reach out to you. They might offer you cash for keys, right? There are it's not like you see on TV. Now, renters, right? Now I'm seeing them like evict people. Like, I've been seeing these eviction videos popping up on TikTok about how, but I mean, that's what happens with rentals. Like, they'll put you out with a rental. But mortgages and foreclosure, it's a process. Like, even if your house goes up for auction and you don't move, the bank still has to go to court, and the bank has to go through an eviction process like anybody else. So I know, don't even talk about squatters, right? Like, so, just I try to explain to people, like, it's a process, honestly. I thought we were going to see the checks and the paperwork. Oh, I think you talking to somebody else. I mean, I'm jumping in on a conversation. I'm sorry, you guys. Like a tenant, yeah. Yeah, like a tenant eviction. That they make it seem like they're gonna come in your house in 99 homes. They make it seem like it's going to be 99 homes. Watch that movie, right? Your blood pressure is going to be high. Look, it is watching that movie. I started watching it like in the middle of the day. I was gonna try to watch it while I was working, and I couldn't. I just had to turn it off. Not today. You about to kill my whole mood watching this movie, and I have watched it a million times. So that is my point with foreclosures, short sales. Usually, if you can talk to the lender, they will work with you, usually, because these banks really don't want to take these people's houses back. Let's be really honest about it, right? So if you can send them an offer or postpone that auction, boom. And that's what people, okay, so back to pre-foreclosures and auctions and REOs, right? Wholesalers always ask me if they can come to the auction unless you got cash. Now, the typical wholesaler, when you think of wholesaling, y'all don't put up any money. The wholesaler is like that third party who just makes that agreement between the buyer and seller. If you are not trying to put up any money, you can't come to the auction, right? You cannot, that's not your lane, right? Now, a wholesaler could reach out to the homeowner, because we've talked about this before. When they're in foreclosure all the way up into the auction, the homeowner is still the decision maker. All the way up until the auction, you got to talk to the homeowner. Boom. After the auction and it reverts back to the bank and becomes an REO, then you got to deal with the bank. But until the auction, you talk to the homeowner. So I know it's plenty of wholesalers here who reach out to people in foreclosure and get them under contract and then, wholesale their house, right? Because it's the homeowner. So when you deal, everybody listening to me, before the auction, you got to talk to the homeowner, right? You can't talk to the attorney. The attorney is going to say, talk to the homeowner. So if that means door knock, if that means cold call, if that means text, if that means send a letter, if that means send a telegram, a letter in a bottle, that means you got to talk to the homeowner. That is who you have to deal with to get that property. After the auction, then you go to the bank. So go to the banks for the REOs. Yes, after the auction, and you go to the bank for the REO. Um, Maybe, look, I don't know. I was just thinking about this because I know everybody's talking about what is the lag time between a house going up for auction and it becoming an REO. Maybe you could reach out to like that attorney or the trustee and be like, did this property sell? I want to buy it. It never hurts to try. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if they'll talk to you or if they'll say the bank bought it back or something like that, but never hurts to try. You know what I mean? You'd be like, I got cash. I can send it to you right now. Boom. Make this deal. Um, can you work as a buyer's agent and bid on behalf of a bidder? You can, but listen real quick. At the auction, so you have to work that out with your client because it's not like I'm going to give you commission. You know what I mean? Good evening, Danita. I see you. It's not like I'm passing out commission at the auction, right? At the auction, if the opening bid is $500,000 and you get it for $501,000, there's no like commission in there. You know what I mean? Like I only take the amount of the winning bid. A lot of people ask that, right? Like, do I take any other fees outside of the winning bid? Not at the courthouse, not at the trustee sale. If the winning bid is $20,000, all I want from you is $20,000. There is no buyer's premium, there's no bidder's premium, there's no registration, there's none of that with me at the courthouse. But maybe auction.com, Hubzoo, Xome.com, those sites do have like buyer's premium and all that kind of stuff. But at the auction, like I don't, you can't put like commission on top of it, right? So you would have to work that out with your client, like how you're going to get paid. You know what I mean? But like on auction.com and those platforms, sometimes you can have a buyer rep if they're bidding on auction.com. They'll pay a commission. On some of these sites, they will. You just got to register for your client and then they'll pay a commission to you. I was told that the owner has up to a year to come back and take the product, then you can lose. So it depends on where you live. Right of redemption, right? I think foreclosurelaw.org. I'm so country. Foreclosure law, LAW.org is the site, I believe, that you can look up redemption rules. It depends on where you live. Here in Tennessee, trustee sales, there is no right of redemption, right? So if I auction off your property, it's gone. Your property is gone. And that's what I tell people too when I talk to them. I'm like, look, if it goes up for auction, you cannot get your property back, right? So tell people be very careful about signing contracts with, investors or people, and you don't know if they're legit or not. You know what I mean? Because if they don't close by your auction date, and that property goes up for auction and you were waiting on this investor to close, there's no redemption here in Tennessee. But check different places, different states, different redemption. And that's true. If they come back and pay all the fees, pay whatever you paid and all the fees, they can get their property back. Right of redemption is what it is called. So there we go. And yeah, it's different everywhere you go. I know you would think, but I don't think it's very common for foreclosure people to come back and redeem. You know what I mean? A lot of times I think tax liens and stuff like that, they can come back and redeem. But when you talk about foreclosure sales, they usually don't come back. Usually, but just be very mindful. I always say, I guess it depends, because a lot of times investors will say, hold off on paying those taxes. Because keep in mind, taxes are not included in the winning bid at the auction. Taxes are not included in the winning bid at the auction. So if there are taxes owed on that property, some investors, because I'm like, what if they come back and redeem? Do you get your tax money back? And they were like, a lot of investors don't do anything until they get that deed in the mail, right? Refunds and deeds come in the mail. We're going to get around to auctions, you guys. Refunds and deeds come in the mail, okay? I don't give out refunds, I don't give out deeds, and I don't give out keys at the auction. So, um, just understand. I know a lot of investors won't pay those taxes until they get the deed, right? And you just factor that. That's part of your due diligence before you buy at the auction. Check and see if they have any past due taxes. Check that title and drive by that property, right? Because I don't have keys. Because it's probably somebody still living in that property. That's what's going on, right? So yeah, I don't, most people, not for foreclosures, tax sales, they might come back, but most foreclosures, they don't come back, honestly. It's rare. I haven't heard of anybody coming back claiming a foreclosure, but that doesn't mean that they don't. They might hit the lottery and come on back and try to get their property, right? So just be mindful of those things. I see your question, Sonia. I'm getting a HELOC and I'm going to rent my home out because I'm moving it. Come on, I'm coming to Europe with you. Where are we going? When are we leaving? What is the best way to use my HELOC to take advantage of the opportunities at the auctions and pre-foreclosures? I think just do your, where are you living, Sonia? Or are you just interested in buying anywhere? I'm moving to Europe too. We all want to be like Sonia. You know what I mean? Sonia, tell me what turns you made in life. Because I might have went left when you went right. But you know what I mean. So I think it depends on where you live, right? I think it depends on what game, what's the, I don't want to say the long game, but what game it is. Are we buying to, I'm assuming we're going to buy to rent. We're going to play the long game because I feel like if you're in Europe, you're really not going to be flipping properties, right? And we're not really in the market to flip properties right now. This market is not a flipping market unless you got affordable housing, but other than that, it's not a flipping market. So I'm thinking that you would probably get some rentals or something like that. So and see, Sonya, you're gonna be out of town, so you got to make sure you trust somebody with your coins, right? And so that's another thing. People can bid on your behalf at the auction. It happens all the time. Just make sure they have the money, they have your address. I always show this. Hold on. Boom. I got a little auction sign in sheet. Hold on. Bidder sign in sheet. So I'm backwards because I'm on the computer. The vesting name right here is the name that goes on the deed, right? It could be Sonia and Sebastian's Adventures LLC. It could be Sonia. That's the vesting name, whatever name you want on the deed. It can be a business name. It can be an LLC. It can be whatever you want it to be. Okay. Come on, Poland. Okay. Then the bidder name, whoever is there, make sure y'all can see. Whoever is there bidding on your behalf, make sure the address and the city, state, and zip is correct and legible and clear. Because what did I say? Deeds and refunds come in the mail. You don't want your refund to get lost in the mail and go to the wrong address, right? We don't. So make sure deeds, make sure address is correct. Sonia, if I were you, I would just start looking, get familiar with like the auction sites, right? Sonia, you going to Poland. I need to join your mentorship group. That's what I need to do, Sonia. So if you're playing the long game, but hold on, you got to think about that though. Look, if it's a HELOC, you know what I mean? And you know, HELOCs are adjustable rates, right? HELOCs come with a payment. So I think you have to be mindful of a lot of things, right? Probably find a market that's landlord friendly. So that means don't go to New York. Do not go to New York. Absolutely don't go there. Because they are not landlord friendly. And just make sure you get that price low enough that it covers your, and you're playing the long game, right? You playing the long game. I don't know. You might even be interested in like Section 8 kind of things. Just, you know what I mean? All rentals come with a risk. You might could do like nursing rentals, right? But I feel like if you're in Europe, you're going to need like a property manager, maybe, right? It depends on how many you get. The terms of it, like if it's going to be short-term rentals, mid-term rentals, or like leases. I feel like you got to do some research, Sonia. That's what you got to do. And maybe I'll try to help you, or maybe we can talk about that. Maybe that could be like the next master class, right? Like strategies in a down market or something like that. Opportunities, how to take advantage of opportunities that are coming. Maybe that'll be May's masterclass. Ding. Did it just come to me right then? I don't know. What do y'all think? Like how to opportunities. Somebody also asked me like what kind of jobs or side hustles are good in a down market. Maybe we should talk about like some wealth building strategies for the future or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I think everybody's trying to figure out their way or what their strategy is going to be when whatever comes, right? We're all trying to figure out, we all trying to get in where we fit in, right? That's what we're trying to do. Get in where we fit in and what works best for us and where we live and our budgets, right? Hello, welcome. Okay, yes, the property manager was the plan. We will be traveling back and forth. Yeah, definitely get a property manager though, like one that you trust, though. You know what I mean? And then just deposit your money, right? Some of us gonna need to be making sure our properties are Section 8 eligible, meet the guidelines, because look, ain't nobody gonna have any money. Everybody gonna be on Section 8 trying to get these rental payments. That might be the move too for a lot of people, even though I know everybody's like Section 8 is such a headache. Look, during COVID, Section 8 was the only people getting paid during COVID. So, sometimes that guaranteed money, you just have to, I don't know, roll with the punches sometimes. You got to have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. You know what I mean? And some of these middle class people might end up being on Section 8 too. Like get a nice house, Section 8, boom, get you a nice family who might have lost their home. You know what I mean? There's your little plan B, right? No shade to anybody who's about to lose their home. You know that. Everybody knows that. But you know what I mean? Sometimes when you see the market getting kind of rocky or people losing their jobs, you might need some guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? It's Section 8. My friend is on the private money lending side. If you need to fund some deals, is that absolutely. Y'all know, I know what it's like when a group of real estate investors get together. I know how this works, right? I know how this works. You can network, say where you're from, what area you're working in. You know what I mean? I get it, y'all. We some hustlers out here. I get it. No problem. No. Do a masterclass, Nick Hammock and other must-haves. Do a masterclass and talk about funding opportunities. You know what I mean? Make a whole channel about it. Boom. I'll share your information. Y'all know I will share your information. If you talk about foreclosures, I will share it on my channel, right? Because I wish more y'all would talk about what's going on in your cities. I try to talk about it, but I could use a little help. Is all I'm saying. So absolutely, share. People always need funding. Like that's what everybody always talks to me about. Like, where can I get funding for auctions? Because everybody knows, let's talk about auctions for a second. Auctions require cash or certified funds. Okay, you guys, certified funds in the complete amount. Okay, so a lot of people might not have that liquid money in the complete amount. $50,000, $500,000, $5 million. I need it in certified funds at the auction as soon as it's over. So I know a lot of people don't have that kind of money, up under their mattress. You know what I mean? So a lot of people need funding. But however, if you get an REO property, REOs, you can use traditional financing, right? We talked about it last night. HUD Home Store, homepath.com, homesteps.com, Truist, Bank of America, I think Wells Fargo, they all have their own REO websites that you can check out. And you can use financing on those sites. You guys, it's traditional financing. My number one rule when it comes to dealing with the bank, negotiate with the bank. That's my number one rule right now anyway, in this real estate market. Negotiate. because we got a whole bunch of for sale signs popping up. At least here in Memphis, it's a whole bunch of signs popping up. Y'all better negotiate or y'all gonna be upside down on them loans. Is all I'm saying. Is when I'm all that listing price is just a starting point. So negotiate, right? Um, you got to do what you got to do, the man. You just got to do what you. There might be some other side hustles that might be a little safer, is all I'm saying. A couple other side hustles. We ain't lighting matches and collecting insurance money, said. you know, you know, you know. Are your purpose? Yes. Thank you, Danita. Yes. Negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. And I mean lowball. I said this in my newsletter that came out. The longer that house been on the market, the lower your price need to be. That is my motto. I am one of those agents. I don't care, right? I will lowball you if you've been on the market, and I can also defend my offer on why I lowballed you, right? A lot of agents are nervous. I feel like confidence comes with knowledge, right? Confidence comes with experience, right? So I will lowball you. I will, if I have a buyer, my buyer's, interest is my best interest, right? And I want them to get the best deal they can get. And I will lowball you, right? And then I will justify why I lowballed you. But just understand that I said in my newsletter, advocate for yourself, right? Advocate for yourself. If you are a buyer, if you are a seller, I said this before, I'm in the industry, y'all. I've been in the industry almost a decade at this point, and I know a lot of agents are hurting right now, right? The market has slowed down, dried up, the water has run dry, right? So a lot of agents need a deal right now, right? You need to close something to keep a roof over your own head, right? And when you have somebody that's representing you, sometimes, not all the times, I'm not saying this, but sometimes representing you and they need money just as bad, you know what I mean? They might not fight as hard for you, right? They're going to be like, give them full price or offer them this, right? Because they don't want to lose that deal, right? So I don't care, right? I'm going to try to get you that deal as low as possible is my plan, because I don't want you to be upside down in 6 months or a year and looking at me side eye, right? So just keep that in mind. If you're a buyer, look at those numbers, look at comps. If you're an agent, look at the comps before you submit an offer, right? And just work as hard as you can for your client, honestly, because you don't want people to be upside down in a year, right? You just don't, especially where interest rates are. And did y'all see Uncle Jerome held the rate steady today? Jerome said what he said. Jerome is standing on business. He said the rate's going to be higher for longer, period, right? So we're going to be sending these sevens probably till the end of the year, right? So just hold on to that. Hold steady on that. Jerome is not lowering these rates anytime soon. So you can stop talking about it. And all the news stations have all changed their tone now. Now it's like, we're not expecting any rate cuts, or we might get one in December. Jerome said what he said. Y'all ain't getting no rate cuts. You just better strap in, hold on tight, and just ride this wave. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be patient. Patience is the name of the game for us. Okay, you guys, unless it's a great deal. Unless you got somebody in foreclosure or distressed or something like that, just hold tight. That's all I'm saying. That's my plan. That doesn't have to be your plan, but that's my plan. Just letting you know what it is. Right. You especially got to lowball the bank. Like, we know they are selling loans for like 60 cents on the dollar, 38 cents on the dollar. You better give me my house for $19.32. Don't play with me. The other agent's probably gonna be like, is this a $19? Are you missing a zero? 19, period. The number under 20, $19.35 is my offer. and it's cash and I can close quickly. I was like, ma'am, denied. Rejected is what they're going to tell me. Do buyer's agents be lying? Look at you, the man. Do buyer's agents be lying? As far as saying that the seller got a higher offer when they really didn't so they can get paid more. There's all kinds of real estate tactics, right? There's all kinds of tactics, depending on what market you live in. I would strongly question it because I know some of y'all are going to be like, I live in a market, it's still highest and best, multiple offers. The majority of the country, it's slow right now. So if an agent was to tell me we expecting multiple offers, we got another offer, I'm going to say, okay, take it then. I'm going to circle back around in a week and we'll see about that other offer you got. Right. But I guess there's all kind of strategies, right? Like if I tell you got another offer, it'll create urgency, right? I mean, I've done that for my sellers. No, I haven't done that for my sellers, but I will schedule overlapping appointments for my seller and be like, so you can see we got some traffic. Like you ain't the only one looking. You know what I mean? So, but that's just to get more offer, just to get offers for my client. Yeah, he was doing something crooked in that whole movie. So when they really don't still get paid more. But if you feel like it's not right, I always just be like, okay, thank you. I'll resubmit an offer, in a week. And if you're still sitting on the market a week later, now my offer going to come in lower than the first offer. You should have took my first offer, right? Because if I got to resubmit an offer, and like I said, the longer you're on the market, the longer you're on the market, the lower my offer is going to be. That's what it is. So you should have took my first offer. Don't call my bluff because look, don't call mine because I will be like, never mind, we found another house. You can keep your house. So sitting up cash for keys now, but he was real crooked in that movie. Y'all go watch 99 Homes, not with your kids though. Turn the volume down. Okay. Don't watch it with your kids or they're going to learn some new words that you don't want them to know. Can we send our house to the auction ourselves? Say it. Actually, look, Sid, you can't, there are people who do auctions, right? There's foreclosure auctions, and then there's some real estate. Have y'all watched those shows? I think it was Selling Sunset, the little reality shows, and they will hire an auction company to auction off the properties, for the seller. It's not even for the bank. It's the seller who wants to hurry up and get a good sale, and they auction it off. So the question is actually, yes, you can hire an auction company to auction off your property if that's how you want to sell it instead of like putting it on the MLS and going the traditional way. So said, yes. What's the been for longer on the market? 100 days. 100 days? No. If you've been sitting on the market about 14 days, you're not getting full price from me. You are not getting full price from me. I feel like y'all are going to be like, Ashley, you're crazy. Like every month you on the market, let you be on the market too many months. $10,000 off every month. That's my rule of thumb. Every month, I'm taking $10,000 off your price. Maybe more than that. I'm being very serious by me saying that too. 100 days. No. I'm going to really lowball you then. Yeah. So every month, if you sit on the market for $10,000 is coming off your list, my offer for you. So, yeah, longer than, because if somebody really wanted it, it'd have been gone already, right? Because if you a buyer, that means all the new buyers have already seen it within the first weekend or week. They've already seen it. It's not 2020, what was that? 21 when we were bidding up 2022. It's 2024. If your house has been sitting on the market longer than a week, I'm not sending you full price. I'm probably not sending you full price if you just hit the market, but I really don't show my clients houses that just hit the market, right? Because the sellers are still kind of delusional. No shade, but it's true. Even when you work with people in foreclosure, they're delusional a little bit. No shade. Maybe I shouldn't use the word delusional. They're still, y'all know what I'm saying, right? Like I see it all the time when they get that first foreclosure notice and they have an auction scheduled in 30 days. They're like, I can save it, right? They're still on that. I can get the money for it. I'm okay. I can figure it out. That when they first get the notice, call them a week before an auction. It's a whole different tune, right? They like, what was that offer again? I'm willing to sell, you know? So my point is when sellers first hit the market, they're excited. I'm getting full price. Somebody, you know what I mean? So I really don't fool with houses that just hit the market, not for my clients, right? I'm like, I'm trying to get you the best deal possible, right? Let's look at houses that have been sitting on the market for a while and I can get that price down because these home values are going to start coming down, you guys. It's it's what's about to happen. These interest rates are not going down. More people are coming on the market. The more houses come on the market, the lower these prices are coming. So if you're my client, I don't want you paying, you're not going to pay the strength, right? I don't want you paying full price. Let's go look at some houses that have been sitting on the market for a while and we're going to negotiate that price on down. That's what we're going to do. So that's my point. You know, like when I'm saying sellers, you know, when you first hit the market, you want your price, right? You're not really trying to negotiate. I need to wait you out a little bit. You know what I mean? Um, I'm still in the work. Excuse my, I be working. I understand. Look, I can translate. I knew exactly what you meant. You know how I talk on here. I sound like I'm from the deep South half the time, the backwoods half the time. So, um, yeah, some buyers are. I think sellers are more so right now delusional than buyers. I think buyers are now over the majority of buyers are over FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Like now they're seeing what's going on in the market. As quickly as the market can go up, it can come down, right? And they're seeing like, oh, it's a lot of people who overpaid. It's a lot of people who lost their equity, who just bought 3 years ago, who are upside down already. You know what I mean? They're seeing these jobs, people losing their jobs left and right. So you got to be sensible. I get it. If I was a buyer, I would totally be like, hold on, let me see what's going on. You know, give me the best deal. How many comps are needed to change the comps of the neighborhood? Only a couple. You know what I mean? If you only have like 2 or 3 good ones, you know what I mean? 2 or 3, and there goes your equity. You know, somebody sell, they got to get out of their house really quickly and sell for lower. And the longer houses sit on the market, you know, I think we all see price reductions. All the builders are sending price reduction flyers. Everybody's got a price. I mean, these home values are coming down, right? So there goes your equity if you just bought in 21 and 22. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening at the auction, you guys. These opening bids, it's people foreclosing who just bought 2 years ago. Hold on, let me show you. You know, we'll go through. One parent sold their house. The old neighbor came over absolutely because look, baby, them neighbors gonna come for you. I had a client who was in foreclosure. Y'all heard that story. Um, Lost her husband. Have y'all heard the story? Depending on how long you've been on this channel. Lady called me. I remember when she called me. I was eating, right? And she called me crying on my voicemail, crying, right? And she's like, I'm about to lose my house. I have a baby. Please help me. Boom. So I'm like, oh gosh. So I end up calling her, end up going over to the house, right? Story is, I mean, not story, but what happened is they moved here from California. I did a whole YouTube video on this. They moved here from California. Her and her husband, she was pregnant when they moved here from California, lived in an apartment for a year. He moved here for his job. You know, she's pregnant, lived in an apartment for a year, found a house, bought the house, right? While they were in the middle. So before they moved in, they wanted to get the house painted, right? So getting the house painted, y'all, literally while they were getting the house painted, like that weekend, he got killed. The husband got killed, you guys. I think in a car wreck. Husband died. Never moved in the house. Husband never moved in the house. Left her with that house, $300,000 house, brand new baby, and she was in foreclosure in like 6 months, right? So she calls me. She get the foreclosure notice. Y'all, he never slept in the house now one night, you guys. And so she was here. House called me in foreclosure. So yeah, and this reminds me. So she's like, what do I do? I don't have, I mean, when I pulled up to her house, you guys know that I'm pulling up to her house and it's a truck backing out of the driveway, right? So I walk in the house. It's really no furniture in the house, like a couch. She got the new baby, beautiful baby. She just crying. Every time I go over there, she would just be crying. And she was like, I just sold my dining room table because I'm trying to keep the lights on. Like she was selling front, like she didn't even, dining room table gone, kitchen table gone, everything. She was like, I'm just trying to keep the lights on. So she was like cleaning up houses. They just didn't have any money, and every time I went over there, she was crying. But y'all, I found that lady a job. I found her a job. She is still at that job to this day. I was like, because you got to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I sat there with her and I wanted to cry too, right? But I'm like, look, you got this baby, right? You can't give up, right? We got to, like, if you want to go in the shower and cry, you can cry. And I tell that to y'all too, like, cry, but you got to get up and we got to make it happen, especially when you got kids, right? So I was like, we got to figure it out. Like, so I got her a job. I reached out to, she did like photography sometimes. I reached out to one of my friends who has a photography studio and hired her. He hired her. She is still at that job to this day, you guys. They paid off her car. I mean, because when you hear her story, like everybody's like, oh my gosh, like you can't even, imagine that, right? And the job paid off her car. She only had like a couple of, I think, $1,000 left on her car. They paid off her car and everything, and she's still at that job. I know, right? But my point is the neighbors. That's what I was going to say. When we put her house on the market, right? I needed to get it sold, right? I needed to sell it before it went up for auction. Boom. They weren't going to refinance her. She couldn't get a modification. She didn't have, her husband's name was on the loan, right? She couldn't even keep the house if she wanted to keep the house. And then she just bought it, you guys. Like there was no room in it. Like I wasn't getting paid. I told the agent who called, I'm like, I'm going to get you paid. I was like, but I'm just helping her out, basically. Right. But I put it on the market for lower. Right. And I always put in the notes, like, this is a quick sale, whatever. So appraisers can see. I try to do that for the neighbors. Right. So they know it's not a typical comp. Like I priced, it's lower than what it should be. But the neighbors came over to her and she called me and she was like, the neighbors came over and was like asking me why my house is so low. And she's like, I think we need to raise the price. I'm like, don't call me and tell me anything your neighbor said to you. I was like, you have been in your house for months and they have not come over. They know your husband died. They won't even cut the grass for you. Right. And she had like the littlest grass. You guys, like maybe when I say you could cut it in probably 10 minutes, right? And I had to tell her, I was like, I don't want to hear anything your neighbors say about the house. I was like, nobody has come over to check on you and your baby, right? But they can come over and tell you that your house is too low. I was like, they won't even cut the grass for you. And she's like, you're right, Ashley, I'm sorry. I was like, they don't know your situation. Do they know that you're about to lose your house with your baby? And she was like, you're right. I was like, okay, I know I am. Like, I know what I'm doing, right? They're just over here because they worried about their house values. So, and I already have put in the notes that I priced it under market, right? So I do that so appraisers know, right? So, yeah, NACA is a good program. They just run you through an obstacle course. They want to know all your business, but they do give you a good interest rate, you guys. They do give you a good interest rate if you go through NACA, but they want to know all of your business. I'm telling you that right now. So it don't even matter if you have a great credit score. They still want to know what kind of stock. They want to see what kind of savings you got going on. They want to see everything that you got going on. So, Ashley, do you have a checklist document of items we need to request from the broker for property owners' mortgage and debt when getting it under contract? I need to make like a checklist, like a that you can give. Checklist document, right? We need to request from the broker. Hold on. Request from the broker for property owners, mortgage, and debt when request from the broker. Hello, Colette, Ashley, and family, because that's what we are. Hold on, let me help me, Melissa. Explain that a little bit more. Checklist for who? For the broker? Like if you're working with a seller who has representation from an agent, maybe? Is that what you mean? Like something, or tell me what you mean. And then I'm going to answer it because I got to answer for everything. You guys, we've been on here an hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes. Just thought y'all should know that. Yes. 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 I'm going to help y'all as much as I can help you because I hope we all, get our beach house for $19.73. That's all I'm saying. That's the plan. All of us get the beach house. Real quick, while Melissa, you're explaining that. So, because I know y'all asked me about auctions. So, like I said, you guys, certified funds at the auction, right? Make the cashier's checks payable to yourself, you guys. Cashier's checks payable to yourself. This is what I was going to pull up. Thanks, you guys. Let's see what's up for auction this week. I know y'all like to see that sometimes, and I try to share that with you all as much as I can. I love you all too. I'll be on here with y'all. Like, I feel like y'all are like my friends and family, right? I'm sitting here. I'm like, you know what? I'll get on YouTube live. Let me just see who's going to hop on here with me tonight, right? Like, y'all are my friends and family. Let's see who want to talk tonight. Just hop on here. I said in May, I'm going to try to go live more, you guys. I'm going to try, but I don't want to be on here and like don't have anything to say, but I always have something to say. That doesn't ever happen. Me not ever having something to say. Hold on, let's look at auctions real quick. If y'all, this is the late night. I know it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, but I mean, y'all love me and I love you. And so let's check out this auction schedule real quick. Here we go. I do speak Ebonics, don't I? Is that what you were saying? I just saw that comment. Welcome to the club. Right. How can I share the sheriff show with you with a list of properties that just sold Tuesday? You can send it to me, maybe. We need a live stream movie night. Y'all are so funny. Y'all gonna see me having like a whole stroke watching any of the movies that we talk about. We'll have to watch something nice and calm. Because I'm like, no, especially Inside Job. That just pisses me off so bad. I'm like, they don't care. They don't care. That's what I'm always yelling at the screen. But it's fine. Okay, you guys, can y'all let me know when the screen welcome Sonia. Moving to Poland. Poland. I'm so country. Poland. Okay, let me know when y'all can see the screen. Because I know it's a lag, so I want to make sure everybody can see the screen. Okay, Roman said, yeah, you can see the screen. So this is this week's auctions. Okay, we're good. So a couple of properties. Okay, hold on. I'm going to scroll a little bit. You see a lot of postponements. Everybody knows PP means postponement. A lot of postponements, but we got some commercial properties going. I pulled out a couple of them. Let's see. I'll put them in the chat so y'all can see because we got a lot that were just 1332 Thurgood Street. Let's see if I can pull this one. Here we go. This one is up for auction in Atlanta. Let me make sure the screen changes. I'm always going to double check. Boom. Screen change. Okay. No delay. Okay. Come on. No delay. Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi-ing. This one is up for auction. Y'all see when they just bought it, you guys. Can y'all see that? Sold on April of 2023. That one is up for auction. It's a lot of them. And that's why I say the REO market is going to probably explode. That's why I keep telling y'all to save these REO websites, you guys, because these properties are not going to sell at auction. The opening bid is going to be too high. Keep in mind, the opening bid is the loan amount. If you just bought 3 years ago or 4 years ago, you still owe that entire loan. You know what I mean? So just know that the REO market is going to be something serious here. Yeah, they just bought it last year. Just last year. Hold on. We got some more here. Let's see. Here's when I saw a big one going up here, 19 million. If you're on Instagram with me, then you saw me post this one. Santa Clara for 19 million, 3100 North First Street. There it is. Can y'all see that? Let me go back to YouTube to make sure. Oh, it didn't change. It didn't change. Hold on. It did not change. Hold on, you guys. There it is. Now it changed. Sonia, you having a problem? What's the reception like? You in Poland already, Sonia? Let me turn up my volume. Okay. Okay. Right, the townhomes. But you saw somebody said they called and they filed bankruptcy. Those townhomes that said at 8, they filed bankruptcy. One of our family members called to try to get some information on it, and they did file bankruptcy. So you could still probably try to reach out to them, though. If they file bankruptcy, they still got to make a payment. So that is what's going up for Friday. Y'all see these commercial properties are going to start coming down. So there's some auction properties. I'll put this site in the chat for y'all. Hold on. So y'all can get this site. Boom, there's the site. Auction for 5 of the 6. Quite a few auctions here. Mississippi next week. So yes, it does look like a community college. It sure did. So auctions, and then you guys, it's been an hour and 17 minutes. So hold on real quick. Now I think I'll have the master class. Maybe I will do like some opportunities or strategies for future investments. I think that might be a good one that y'all might like, or jobs during a downturn. What else did I want to show y'all really quickly? Let me show everybody the one last site that y'all are enjoying, which is, and when you see it, say, I see it. Boom. Y'all know this site. If you have followed me before, I try to put everybody up on PopWire. It is free. Sonia in Poland. It is free. Hop on PopWire. Everybody, if you're watching me, if you can hear me now, propwire.com. If you've been to any of my lives, I always talk about it, but if you're new here, I just want to share it with you. You know what I mean? It's free. It is free 99. Free 99. How much I plan to get my beach house for? Free 99, right? You're in Cali, so it's like morning there, isn't it? I'm just kidding. So PropWire, let me give you a quick, it is free, propwire.com. Let's say, where'd you say you were in Oakland? Isn't that where you said? Oakland, California. So you can put in any city, county, state, address, Oakland, California. Boom. You can put in types. This is free. Again, it is free 99. Lead types. It is just basically a lead source for, I would say, for investors, right? Where you can gather leads and information. So Oakland, California, let's look for auctions. Boom. And let's look for, but let me show you. You can find bank-owned, flip properties, free and clear, high equity, low equity, intra-family. That's like that's like probate, or if ownership has changed through inside the family. I'm trying to think of the word, internally in the family, right? That could be probate. That could be heirship properties. Pre-foreclosures. Let's do that one. There's probates, tired landlords, vacant homes, vacant lots, zombie properties. Uh, 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 Okay, so we marked, what do we mark? Pre-foreclosures and auctions. Then it pulled a list of 325 properties for us. And then you can click on them and boom, there is one. It's auction, empty nester, and pre-foreclosure. It's got $570,000 worth of equity. You can also skip trace on PropWire. Boom. I hope Peter John Viken Thoreen is not on the live tonight. If you are, I apologize. I did not mean to pinpoint your house. But it's a good source. And you can also do by multifamily, land, condos, boom, 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 right? It'll tell you if it's for sale. I don't reach out to people that are for sale, but there you go. 3009 San Pablo Avenue. But PropWire is a great resource. It is free. You can skip trace for 10 cents. 10 cents. So I just wanted to share that site with you. That's right, Sonya. Get familiar with it. Everybody, it's so funny. I love when y'all email me. Like a few of y'all have emailed me and I was like, I looked on PropWire and my neighbor is in foreclosure. I'm like, see? That's why you hadn't seen him in a while. So, and I mean, it's not funny. You know what I mean? I wasn't laughing that they're in foreclosure. You know what I'm saying? But they're like, there's 2 houses on my street in foreclosure. Yeah, it's 10 cents. I use it like every day, honestly, to do my marketing every day because I pull every day. But check out, it is like the new Zillow for investors. You know what I mean? It's like for investors. So use it, play with it, maybe put in different areas. You know what I mean? And you know, you can also, did y'all see this real quick? And then I'm gonna let you go. When you click on more, you can put like foreclosure filters in, and when their foreclosure date or when their auction date is, you can filter it by that as well. So it's cool. I mean, you know, I'm always looking at, let's go look at Beverly Hills. They got 22 results, $11 million in foreclosure, 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, vacant, absentee owner, auction, and pre-foreclosure. It's been on the market 279 days. Let me look for my beach house. So, you know, big and tall, big and small, they'll foreclose on them all. Just make that up. Clearly, I need to stick to real estate and not rapping. You know what I mean? I know, and follow them. You know what I mean? And see, and I'm with you, Nikki. This is the time now, you guys. This is, stop sharing, the time where we prepare. Look, we're like the little ants that are preparing. And I know people are saying we're crazy, and nothing's going to happen, and the market is strong, and the consumer is strong, and everybody got a job, and it's pink starburst and unicorns. That's not the truth, right? So now is the time we're preparing. Now is the time to get your credit right. Now is the time, you know, don't be doing these buy now, pay later stuff, you guys. Don't do that. Get your credit score as good as you can get it. Save a little money, right? Do the things that you need to do to put you in the position to get you where you need to be, right? Because we all moving to Poland with Sonya. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you don't want to put your money in the bank, put it up under your mattress. You know what I mean? Just do what you have to do, right? And ignore the outsiders, and maybe you got to cut off the cable, right? You don't need 17 lines on your phone bill, right? Do what you got to do, right? Because when the time comes, I'm going to say, go, go, go. Man your battle stations, man your battle stations. But you know what I'm saying? Prepare. You don't want to be the ones, you know, watching it happen, right? We want to be prepared. We want to be proactive. Like I was 21 during the last crash, right? So I know a lot of people took advantage of that last crash. A lot of people got great deals, right? So this is our time, you guys. This is our time. right? So any credit repair people, I don't know. I know, right? Preparing the army, right? Um, I don't know, but it's so many credit repair people. I feel like it's a ton, right? But just make sure they're legit. You know what I mean? Um, so you guys, I think that's it. Let me see. What do I need to tell y'all about? The masterclass, I'll send out an email. Make sure you are on the newsletter. I send out newsletters all the time. The auction accelerator course, you guys, that is out. I see y'all have been buying that course. Use code thank you. Everybody has been using code thank you for the auction accelerator. It teaches you how to find properties, analyze, do a title search, how to bid, how to calculate. Like I put everything in that course, right? Like how to calculate your repair budget, cash for keys, letters, everything. Use code thank you for that. I created the new foreclosure marketing course, right? It's basically, I just teach you how I market to foreclosures, my exact method, how I reach out, how I send letters, how I do everything. Use code Tuesday. And you guys, and if you need to learn how to send letters, if you need my examples, I made you letters for pre-foreclosures and probates. And I have another bundle coming out as soon as I finish it. So, my auction accelerator course is so good. Like, let me show you real quick. Y'all can go to bed if you need to, but hold on. Hold on. Like the auction accelerator course is my baby, basically. Like I poured my whole heart and soul into that. It took me like 2 years to do it, but it's because I want to make sure that y'all have everything that you need, basically. Okay, hold on. I'm about to share my screen real quick just to show you, and then we can all go. Then we can all go to bed. Okay, share screen. So of course you get the course, right? You get the course. It's me teaching you modules, like going through everything. Hold up, y'all are looking at my. Hold on. Y'all looking at my email list. Hold on. Window. Hold on, you guys. I just had it. Boom. Okay, let's try this. Boom. Share. Now you should be able to see. Boom. There we go. Did you? Cool. Use code thank you for sure. If you're trying to market to pre-foreclosures, then you probably want the foreclosure marketing blueprint. And I tell you all my marketing methods. But I was going to show you one of the best things. Of course, I'm going to give you some affirmations because I'm trying to be positive. But let's see if you can see this. Let me make sure you can see that I changed it. Yep, you can see this. I give you like calculators, like you get a property tracker to keep up with all your auction dates because auctions get postponed, right? You get a title search checklist. I teach you how to go through that in the course. Like I explain everything. You got a repair calculator where you can literally like put in your repairs and how much it's going to cost you. What else? Your budget, like if you end up buying properties, your max bid calculator, you put in the commissions, renovation costs, and then it tells you how much you should bid if you're going to the auction. So I give you a whole bunch of resources, plus me and videos and all of that. I just thought I should share that with you because that's like my favorite course that I made. But yes, let me give you the link real quick. But the auction accelerator, and then if you want to learn how I reach out to homeowners, that's the foreclosure marketing blueprint is what I made. And I teach you like different options for homeowners. So if you talk to a homeowner, you're not on the phone stuttering because I don't want you to be stuttering on the phone. You know what I mean? So there it is. Use code thank you for auction accelerator and use code Tuesday for foreclosure blueprint. And then Danita's on here. I know Danita like, well, why are we not in the mentorship? Because Danita is in the mentorship and we usually meet on Wednesdays. And so the mentorship is open. It's 12 weeks and I will just teach you how to be a foreclosure expert in your area like I am in my area. That is the whole point of the foreclosure mentorship. We meet every other Wednesday and you just get me to teach you. And when people call you and I reach out and I help you, walk you through different scenarios and we do deals and you know what I mean, teach you everything I know about working with homeowners in distress. That is the mentorship. Um, and we meet next Wednesday. So, you guys, that is all I have. That is all I have. It is 9:25. We've been on here an hour and 30 minutes, long enough to watch The Big Short. We've been on here long enough to watch it. So, um, Sonia, you're not trying to reach out to, you trying to move to Poland. You're not trying to reach out to homeowners in distress. You're trying to live your best night. So, best life. I said best night. All right, you guys, I will probably be back, let's say on Sunday. So sign up for the newsletter. I always send out an email to tell you when I'm coming on. So I'll probably be back Sunday, 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. So follow me there. And I'm here on YouTube. So like, comment, and subscribe. You know what you got to do. So, okay, you guys, I'm hanging up the phone. I'm hanging up, you guys. So, okay, I will see you all next time. Email me, youragentashley@gmail.com if you have any questions. And I'm hanging up. Let's all go to bed and have a good night's sleep. Okay. Bye, you guys. Bye. Bye, family. Bye, you guys.